Close that, please. Right at the top, hit all messages. Nothing happening. And hit messenger next. Messages are turned off. How is that even happening? Why is messages turned off? I'm gonna have to go in and check this after, all right? You can hit the settings in the corner up there by your name. Clicked it, settings. It's already in there. We'll work it out after, because this doesn't normally look like that. I've never really seen that, and I don't know why messages are turned off. It should not be turned off. All right, I'm gonna sort that out after. You could just go ahead and close that. Don't even worry about it. But it's that when you copy in the link, just use that copy feature. All right, it's able to copy the easiest way. All right. So you should be good to go there now. All right. All right. Let's get back to the preset. Read it one more time, Shapat. Ragash, Salaki.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, and verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not sow thy vineyard with with diverse seed.
Diverse seeds.
Diverse seeds, Salakia. Lest the fruit of thy seed, which thou hast sown, and the fruit of thine vineyard be defiled.
All right. You don't want, why don't you want your fruit to be compromised, defiled, or, you know, they don't grow right because they're competing for resources? Why don't you want that to happen? Because that's the key to the whole thing. Anybody? Is there anything on the chat? Anybody answering? Go ahead.
Like, so if I may, I was saying, because more than likely you got a whole field, you might be selling it to somebody.
You're
you don't
selling
sell
it.
them anything less than what you're advertising.
That's the linchpin of this whole question the brother's asking. More than likely you're selling these crops, and you don't want to sell your brother something that's defiled, something that's less than 100%, something that ain't grow all the way right, something that's a little compromised, something that may be, you know, not all the way right. You get the point? You don't want to have that. You don't want to have that there. You want if a brother is buying a certain thing, it's 100% that certain thing, or as much as 100% of that certain thing. All right. Keep reading, brother.
Verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not plow with an ox and an ass together.
All right. Similarly, it's not going to be even. You're getting an uneven effect or finished product, because one is a donkey, one is an ox, which is bigger and stronger and could pull more. It's going to be uneven. It's not going to be an even plow or even set on the field. Keep going.
Verse 11. Thou shalt not wear a garment of diverse sorts.
What word is that again? It's the same word.
Diverse sorts.
Diverse sorts. To water, brother. Go ahead.
As of woolen and linen together.
Mm-hmm. Read it again.
Verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not wear a garment of diverse sorts, of a woolen and linen together.
Right. Thou shalt not wear a garment of diverse sorts. As of what?
As of woolen.
Just go ahead and sit, brother. You know, so when a man comes into the class, all you do is you just do this so you don't disrupt the class. All right. You just shalom and you go sit. The formal greetings and pounds come after. All right. You don't have to disrupt the class. I know you're younger in here, so I have to say it from time to time. But the whole process is, the whole premise is to be able to come in the class and not disrupt the class. You get searched, the sister get pat down, whatever, and everybody quietly make it to their seat, and no cross talking. You don't have to go through and tap everybody. That's again disrupting the class. No, try to limit all the cross talking, any signaling. You want to do things a little bit more purposeful and direct. If you have something to say to somebody, if you're the Shema, you could get up and walk over the class. If you're somebody else, you just raise your hand and say what it is, so the teacher could deal with it directly, and the thing is done, versus, and it's just a ton of just distraction. Just try to keep that at an all-time low, all right? All right, read it one more time.
So this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, and verse 11. Thou shalt not wear a garment of diverse sorts, as of woolen and linen together.
Right. So I believe this is the precept the brother is asking about, right? Where's his question again? Read his question out. Ragash. You can read the question, Ragash.
Of warrior of Yahweh Shai, his question is, if I may, sir, is it against the Father's will for us to now have mixed fabric clothing and garments, or was that the only for the Levitical priests?
Okay, Slakia. Okay, something just got deleted from the thing, from the chat.
I resent the same thing that you sent.
Okay, did you send it for Trinidad? Okay, no, sir, we're good to go. All right. So right, it's the same premise, right? He's asking, is it unlawful for it? Is it the Lord's will to have us have mixed clothing? The premise behind it is not the mixed clothing. Just so you understand, all right, brother? the premise behind it is not about mixed clothing at all. The premise behind it is that you don't cheat your brother in selling it. You get the point? We as Israelites, we've always made our clothing and enhanced it and made it look good. We were never this type of we were never the type of society where it's like so mass produced. You get the point? So, some of the older generation could remember getting tailored clothes. Like there was an era of time where our people would you shopping for fabric, but you're not buying a ready-made pants out the store. Like at one time, that was a very privilege almost. That was a rich man's thing. And the brother wants to say something, passing mic. Go ahead.
So if I can.
Mm-hmm.
No, you could. No, my mom used to do that. You could see how far I was growing because you could see the hem.
Yeah, they dropped that hem. Have you had that hem dropping a few times? You know, nigga, you need to eat a little bit less. You know what I mean? They drop that hem. Nowadays, you just go buy new pants because it's so mass produced. And because of it, our people would wear clothing that was very, very expressive, fashionable, right? Even the I would even go as far as saying the 90s with those denim suits. All those denim suits come out of Black and Latino culture. The cross colors, you'll remember that group with Chris Cross, they had the cross colors. Got another one called Wicked Kalkanai. All those come out of the tailoring era, the seamstress era. And the commercial clothing was more something you had to be rich to be affording that shit. You know, you get the point? You could afford the tailored clothes. So imagine our whole nation is like that. You have tailors who, of course, would have a brand, they would have a name, but they're making clothes and they're making stylish stuff. And you might tell them, make this like that and this like that. But really, if you mix in the material, it's not a sin. But for the purpose that you might want to go sell that later, and you might tell a brother, this is 100% satin or silk or cotton or polyester, and it's not. You're getting over on him. You get the point? The whole premise with this is not to cheat or rob your brother or sister, not to get over on your brother or sister. You get the point? The whole premise of this is more so to have just measures and just weights. All right, give me hold on. Start at verse 1.
In the same chapter?
Yep.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not see thy brother's ox
Shabbat.
or his sheep go astray,
Mm-hmm.
and hide thyself from them.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt in any case bring them again unto thy brother.
What does that say? What is it? What is somebody break that down for me? Read it one more time, Mark, if you could.
Sir. Thou shalt not see thy brother's ox or his sheep go astray,
Mm-hmm.
and hide thyself from them. Thou shalt in any case bring them again unto thy brother.
Okay, what does that say? Who knows? Let me try. Go ahead. The Wi-Fi.
Sir. If you saw your brother's ox or his sheep going astray, you don't want to not see it.
What would be not seeing it? Talk like a nigga. Let's talk like Maduro. Listen, somebody find me that Maduro music. I need, and that's my music now for class. And I'm doing the Maduro dance. Everybody was doing the Trump. You remember that's doing the Trump? I'm going to be doing the Maduro now. That nigga was boogieing. He said, tell them niggas pull up, man. Asked me to leave. What the fuck is wrong with them, man? And then he back up on the two broads on the side, the two thickies. Oh, two thick things. And then he started to do the dance. And you didn't see it, Shabbat. That nigga was dancing out. Days after Trump told him he had to leave, that nigga throw a party. That's a nigga. If you ever wondered if Maduro is a white man or a nigga, that is a nigga. Because Saddam Hussein went and hide. Muhammad Gaddafi went and hide. This nigga throw a party up. God damn. Go ahead. What would be a way of saying you're not seeing your brother's ox or animal or whatever?
Don't give it a blind eye.
Okay. Yeah, say it how niggas say it.
Slocky,
You
sir.
don't want it. Go ahead.
Hey, just straight up ignoring it.
You just ignoring that shit.
Yeah.
And as niggas would say, I don't give a damn about that shit. No skin off my nose. That ain't my animal. I'm not my
Brother's keeper.
That's it. You don't want to be like that. You want to have brotherhood where now you could look after your brother. You get the point? You want to be able to. Oh, listen. Keep tapping one there and one in there. Listen, I'm sure that's Venezuelan music, but it reminds me of that Dominican music with the heavy bass and it's saying the same thing over. It's just the same thing over and over. And he go and see he looking down at the meter. Unpause it. He said, let's go. He said, let's go. Dominoes, come on. And then he went inside there. He went in the ground. Oh, man. That's the Maduro. Everybody do the Maduro. That when he ups outside, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. That is a nigga right there. Right? So you don't want to ignore an issue your brother is having. Even in today's society, this verse here is perfect for ICE. We should not ignore what they're doing to our brothers and sisters. Because one, they're going to do it to us right next. And two, they are our brothers. The white man didn't ignore Ukraine. He brought them over. He didn't ignore Afghanistan. He brought them over. We can't ignore our brothers. We can't be like, that's not my problem. We can't be like, whatever. Right? Keep going.
Verse 2. Verse 2. And if thy brother be not nigh unto thee, or if thou known him not, then thou shalt bring it unto thine own house, and it shall be with thee until thy brother seek after it, and thou shalt restore it to him again. Right, and thou shalt restore it to him again. Meaning, if you see this thing, if the owner of this animal, right, who is your brother, and they say even if you don't know him, he's your brother, which lets you know this is talking about a race of people, a nation of people. Even if you don't know him, you got to hold that there until you can establish who it is, and then you restore it to him. It's the spirit of helping your brother when he's down, when he may not even know he's down, right? That's the whole spirit of this breakdown here as you carry on through with it. So now as you continue, when you go to the others with the fruit and the ox and the clothing, this whole thing is again about brotherhood. You get the point? This whole thing is about brotherhood all the way down. Okay. All right. Give me Deuteronomy 25 and 15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 25 and verse 15. But thou shalt have a perfect and just weight, a perfect and just measure shalt thou have, that thy days may be lengthened in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
Right. Start at verse 13.
Verse 13. Thou shalt not have in a bag divers weights.
What's the word?
Divert weights. Slucky. Thou shalt not have in thy bag divert weights. Diverse weights. A great and small. Verse 14. Thou shalt not have in thy house diverse measures. A great and a small. Verse 15. But thou shalt have a perfect and just weight, a perfect and just measure shalt thou have, that thy days may be lengthened in the land that Salaki in the land which the Lord thy God given thee.
Go ahead.
Verse 16. For all that do such things, and all that do unrighteously are an abomination unto the Lord thy God.
Right. This year again, it's about cheating your brother and stealing from your brother and outsmarting him. Having a bag with diverse weights, meaning you would think it's like varying weights, like a 10 pound or a 5 pound. These weights is rigged. It's like having loaded dice. It's like the 5 pound is 7.5, or you have a 10 pound that's it big like 10 pound, but it really 3.5 pounds. Go ahead.
Slock, is that the whole, like, a good precept for this would be with Nehemiah, where they was selling how they was doing in the temple or something? If it was that, or when Christ beat them out the temple with
definitely when Christ beat them out the temple.
Concourse.
Because there was the one with Nehemiah, it escaped him. I don't recall exactly what you're talking about.
Concourse. But yeah, one of those like would be the good precept for this. The money changers. I think this was Passover time. It was Passover time, so everybody coming into Jerusalem from all over, and they would come with money to change, like currency, or notes, promissory notes, or whatever it is, and they charging a fee to change. And there's nothing wrong with charging a fee to change because you're providing a service. It's the convenience fee when you pay your bills online. Right? If you don't want the convenience fee, if it's $3.95 or $2.95 matter, you say you're so goddamn much, drive your ass down to the damn company and pay it. Right? If it matters to you, so it's a convenience fee. However, their convenience fee was not right. The exchange rate was not right. You get the point? The exchange rate, like if it was 2 to 1, they was charging 3.5 to 1. So meaning you would have to pay more to get one of theirs, and they was taken off the top of it. You get the point? And the law did not like that. It's like you're cheating the people. It's like it's called it's predatory practices. Because it's Passover, and nobody's going to turn back and say, I ain't paying that, I'm going home. It's Passover. They kind of have to be here. And because they have to be here, you put all these stipulations on them. Like, that's what they do. You get the point? It's like if you travel to a foreign country, and as soon as you clear immigration, somebody comes to you and say, hey, you got to pay us $500 because it's a walk-in tax. Or what you going to do? You can't fly back right away. what the fuck are you going? It's like that. It's just because of the situation, you get taxed more. It's like going to prison. You go to prison, ramen is how much in the store? 95 cents? How much is ramen in jail? Too much. Too much. I think it's way more than that for a pack. It's more than that for a pack, brother. You paying $10 for shit, nigga paying 50 cents for out here. Hold on, he had his hand up. Go ahead.
It's about $4.
It's too much. It's too much. Just don't go to jail. Just get the cheap ramen out here. All right, go ahead.
And I was about to say, if you run low, you can go to somebody and he charge a 2 for 1.
I mean,
when you get yours.
The point is, don't cheat your brother. That's the point. The point is, don't now take advantage of a man or a woman because you can. You get the point? Like it's the spirit of brotherhood. It's trying to invoke here. You know what I mean? It's the spirit of brotherhood. And even if you look into Deuteronomy 25 before, I ain't gonna go into it. But it's the whole thing about that's the law there with raising up a son in your brother's name. If the woman if his rib dies, and the laws of human relations and shit like that, and it's all brotherhood. It's all brotherhood and not trying to defraud your brother, not trying to take him for bad just because. Nobody ain't gonna be mad at you for putting a little vigorous on it because you need to live. But for you to go, goddamn, you gotta, you ain't got to charge me this much, nigga. You ain't got to do that shit. Is the housing market right now is this. You get the point? The housing, you can't afford to live. They say right now people is renting more than I think any time in history. It's less ownership because everybody is charging so goddamn much for a house that you would have to pay for no reason. What's the reason a house is $1.5 million and it's a damn
what we call them, row home? The ones that be in DC townhouse that kiss each other. You can have a good argument in the damn house for the neighbors. You hearing everything. Like them houses in DC is row homes joined together. I can't even say Brownstone. I think a Brownstone is bigger than that shit. Right? And they're like 900,000, 950,000 for the same brick that was there 20 years ago. Like, how is it just because you can, you don't have to? And that's been our culture and custom. The heathens don't have that, though. The heathens is yesterday's price is not today's price. That's the heathen. You get the point? When Christ walked the earth, how much was tithes? 10%. When Moses walked the earth, how much was tithes? How much is tithes today? Shalom. You get the point? You don't have to dig out your brother's eye just because, man. You don't have to do that shit. The brotherhood is more valuable than the money you could get today. You get the point? Is the brotherhood, hey man, yeah, go ahead, take that for, how much ever. Oh, so much for this? You know what? In fact, let me get 2 or 3 of that. You might get more business by showing the brotherhood. But the heathens, they're so damn greedy. They try to wring money out of a dollar. They try to take your dollar and squeeze it to get 50 cents more out of it. And it hurts you. Right? So the whole premise here is not to hurt your brother. You understand?
Slug, sir.
Go ahead.
That's a heavy point because East Indians or Arabs, they do it all the time at the gas stations with gasoline.
You for sure right. I think the Costco in DC gas is what? $2.60 or $2.50 or some shit like that. I drive down Georgetown the other day, brother. I think I was on a quarter tank. I ain't hurting. I could make it back home. I said, let me pull up here in Georgetown. Brother, the gas is $5.10 or $5.15 or some shit like that. I was like, how in the fuck is DC ain't that big? DC ain't that big where Costco on one side is like $2.50 or $2.60. And then white people in Georgetown paying $5 out. I was like, yeah, you ain't getting my money. I'll spit in that tank if I have to. if I run out of gas. But you ain't getting that shit. Go ahead. Listen, they robbing people over there. And that's what the hell it is. It's because, okay, somebody ain't gonna leave. If you living over there, you'll be hard pressed to leave from there to drive 20, 30 minutes to go fill up. And they know that. So because they know that, that's their convenience fee is you're gonna pay double. Which is bullshit. Like what was we talking about? Go ahead.
Even it's predatory practice because down by where the field is, we have Hebrew Academy.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few gas stations right there, and they're like $4.50.
Damn.
And it's not but us around
DuPont
there.
for DuPont?
No, yeah, right by where on Pennsylvania Avenue, where you turned up Minnesota.
Yeah, that's for DuPont Parking.
Yeah. So right there, that's like $4, $4.50.
Shit, y'all better go get a Costco membership and tell you that shit. Buy some gas plates in the fridge. Because that shit, brother. I ain't paying $5 for gas. I walk in everywhere. That's beyond it. So the brother who asked the question is the premise of it is not so much that it's a sin to wear garments that have diverse materials in it. The point the Lord wants is that you shouldn't do it because you're going to eventually sell it, or if you're in the business of selling it, you're going to sell your brother a garment and tell him it's 100% satin or silk, and it's not. You get the point? And it's absolutely not. You don't want to defraud your brother. So that's the breakdown.
He has another question after that as well, sir. And he says,
I hear you. You trying to teach your class? Go ahead.
He says also one more question, if I may. What is the meaning behind Galatians 3:10-12? Is it saying we keep the law to please the Lord and for higher rank and rewards in the kingdom, yet we are saved faith?
Galatians what?
Galatians 3:10-12.
All right. Whoever have it, read it.
This is the book of Galatians chapter 3 and verse 10. For as many as are of the works of the law are under the curse. For it is written, cursed is everyone that continueth not in all things which are written in the book of the laws to do them. Verse 11. But that no man is justified by the law in the sight of God. It is.
I'm to walk on. You see, they relegate me.
It is evident for
you could put you definitely to walk to it. It don't matter.
The just live by faith.
Read one more time from me, Chuck.
This is the book of Galatians chapter 3 and verse 10.
Pick up the toy for the young brother. I think you're trying to grab it.
This is the book of Galatians chapter 3 and verse 10. For as many as are for as many as are of the works of the law are under the curse. For it is written, cursed is everyone that continueth not in all things which are written in the book of the law to do them. Verse 11. But that no man is justified by the law in the sight of God.
Okay.
It is evident for the just shall live by faith. Verse 12. And the law is not of faith, but the man that doeth them shall live in them.
Okay. That's the verses he wanted broken down. Okay, no sweat. Let's go back to the top of it. All right.
At verse 10, sir?
Yeah, start wherever you started.
So verse 10. For as many as are of the works of the law are under the curse. For it is written, cursed is everyone that continueth not in all things which are written in the book of the law to do them.
All right. What is that saying? Who knows? Read that first line again one more time.
For as many as
the first line. Yeah, go ahead.
For as many as are of the works of the law are under the curse.
For as many as are of the works of the law are under the curse. What is that saying? You want to take a shot? I'm gonna come to you, Shepard. Anybody else? Not so on. You take a shot? No? No sweat, regard. You're looking at the book like the words don't change and tell you the answer.
I was being
so like I said,
them words don't just move. Go ahead, Charles.
So as long as you have a law, you go have a punishment.
You answer it. All right. You wanted. Say it one more time.
Say it one more time.
Yeah, say what you said one more time.
As long as you have a law, you go have a punishment.
Okay, so when they say for as many as are of the works of the law are under the curse, what does that mean?
It's limited to right. So we have a dietary law, like which is like fish. So we know we have to eat fish with scales and fins.
Okay. You're sounding far away, Shah. You were sounding a lot closer just now.
Oh, it's like yes, sir. Right. So we had the dietary law, which is we must eat fish with fins and scales. Right. But also now it have other fishes. It have other fishes also right there. So it's easy just for you to slip away and get punished by the other fishes.
Okay, sit it easy for you to what?
It's easy because it have other fishes with no scales. And because it's fish, you could break the law easy.
Okay, so what does that mean?
But because of the law they like the two in hand. The law by the law they must have punishment. By the punishment is like the over say in the Bible, whoever we translate the law is sin. Since the transgression of the law.
Okay.
So like the two in hand.
All right. Now you see why people don't get tripped up in the New Testament. What he's saying is right. It's just how you're saying it. It makes it sound confusing. All right. But you are absolutely right with it. But one thing I would tell you is to say don't say because there are other fish it causes it a sin. The variety is not the reason why people sin. You get the point? There's a variety of lawful fish too. Ain't nobody going crazy on lawful fish. You understand what I'm saying?
Can.
Yeah, the variety is not what causes people to sin. People's propensity to sin comes from being weak. That's the end all and be all of it. That's the root of it. Of being weak, and weakness causes disobedience. You get the point?
Can.
So what you said first was more so on it. All right, let me get. Anybody else want to take a shot, or you're good? Go ahead.
It's on my mind. Michael Love says, like, sir, if you break the law, you have to serve the punishment.
If you break the law, you got to get punished. Similar to what Shah was saying, and you have the dietary law. If you don't eat the right fish, you transgress the law, it's sin. That's what this is saying. For as many are, go ahead, Shapat, you want to say something too? Come on with it.
I'm saying the same thing different way.
Come on with it.
Basically, because the law is punishment, and if you fall under the law, then curses that was in Deuteronomy, those are going to hit you.
That's a good reference to Deuteronomy with the curses. All right. So far as many are of the works of the law are under the curse. The workings of the law is not don't eat shrimp, crab, pork, or lobster. That's doctrine. The workings of the law is, have you eaten shrimp? You get these stripes, or you get this happen. You stole, you get your hands cut off. You kill somebody, you get killed. The workings of the law is the statute and the judgment. A statement followed by punishment. You get the point? That's how the law works. So if you are under the workings of the law, you're under the curse. Because now for you to be under the workings of the law, you have to transgress the law. You get the point? The police department or the justice system, are they a curse to somebody who is not breaking the law? Nope, they're not. If you're not breaking the law, you don't have to worry about it. You don't worry about a cop car drive by you, or you don't worry about it. But if you are that system, you under them. You yield it to their power. Now they have authority over you. Go ahead.
Like if I may, I always thought wrongly about the term above the law. You know what I'm saying? When I came in here, I realized when it was broke down, like being above a law is not saying I'm not doing the law, I'm gonna just do what I want to do. It's basically you follow everything that's you don't break the law.
You don't break the law, so you are above it. Exactly. You it's like you have authority over the law. You get the point? Versus the law having authority over you. The law has authority over you if you commit a crime. You get the point? And in the Bible, sin is like committing a crime. Like you're a criminal if you break God's laws, right? So now you would be under the curse or under the punishment of the law, right? Keep reading after curse. Whoever was reading. Who was reading?
I was saying.
Go ahead.
Cursed are under the Salakia.
For it is written.
For as it is written, cursed is everyone that continueth not in all things which are written in the book of the law to do them.
You understand? Cursed is everybody who continues in all things to not do what the law says to do. You get what I'm saying? So that's what it's saying. It's saying you will be under the punishment of the law if you continue in not doing what the book says to do. You understand? It's just how it's worded that's tripping people up. All right, go ahead.
Verse 11. But that no man is justified by the law in the sight of God. It is evident for the just shall live by faith. Verse 12. And the law is not of faith, but the man that doeth them shall live in them.
All right, that's where he wanted to break down up to, right? Verse 12. Galatians 3, 10 to 12. I'll read 11 one more time. No sweat. No, it's definitely, it's not, I wouldn't say it's meat per se. The problem with the New Testament, there's no problem with the New Testament. The problem people have with the New Testament, the way it's written and Christianity. The way it's written, and because we grew up hearing one thing, when you read the New Testament, it sounds like it's saying something else, but that's not really what it's saying. All right? So read verse 11 again.
So verse 11. But that no man is justified by the law in the sight of God. It is evident for the just shall live by faith.
Right? But that no man is justified by the law in the sight of God. What does that mean? What does it sound like it's saying? Let me hear your Holy Ghost filled, sanctified. Ha! Let me hear you. What does it sound like it's saying? Go ahead.
Sounds like it's saying you're not justified in the sight of God, so and you're not justified by the law in the sight of God. So
what does it sound like? Yeah, you Israelites like to say you're keeping the law. No man is justified in the law. Like God don't care about you keeping the law. God doesn't care about you keeping the law. Look up for Creflo Dollar speaking on the law. There's a good clip of Creflo Dollar. You know what I'm talking about? There's a clip of Creflo speaking about, I think it's the same verse or something similar to it. And boy, I listened to Creflo and I almost had to call for counselor. He almost got me, brother. I'm like, hold on, what? Wait, that should make good sense. And brother, a Christian act is going to tie you all the way up with this shit here. All right? It sounds like it's saying obeying the law is not going to justify you with God. Justify means what? What does the word justify mean? Clear or you're all looking at me like dictionary is written right here. Dictionary is written here. Google is written here. Go ahead. If you don't know, look it up. Don't look into the air and just be like, it's coming to me. I could feel it. Look the goddamn thing up, man. You're wasting time. Look it up. Pull out your phone, dictionary.com, Google. If you was, if you had some wit with you, you would have one in your bag. You don't even have a bag. Go ahead.
It doesn't make it right.
Say that one more time.
It doesn't make it right.
Justify means to not make it right.
Make you right.
Justify means to not make you right. Is that your final answer? I want to make sure you hear it to see it. Just grab a dictionary. Goddamn. This is not the type of school you had to know everything. You got to prove it, though. You'll find it. Go ahead, Arawadia.
Come on. Justify. Show or prove to be right or reasonable.
To justify something is to show or prove something to be right or reasonable. To justify means to make right, or to prove that this thing is right. The law, read it again, but that no man.
But that no man is justified by the law in the sight of God.
So Paul here is saying no man is made right by the law in the sight of God. Of course, a Christian is saying you could eat pork. Of course, the Christian is going to say you could eat shrimp, you could eat crab. The Christian saying, shit, the no man is justified by the law, so he could be a homosexual. You get the point? No man is justified by the law, so whatever. Go ahead. What you have? Oh, you got the video played. This is Creflo doing a sermon. How long is it? 1 minute? That's enough. Yeah. Any more than that, this class going to go catching fire. Go ahead.
Now, I know for some it may be a little confusion because in the King James it says the wages of sin is.
What's that right there? He said in the King James it says this, which lets you know they don't use the King James. He's referencing the King James because this was the era where a lot of the public was going back into the church and asking the preacher about what the Israelites were saying. And they say they use the King James a lot. It happened with a few of them well, and they had to start to come up against Hebrew Israelite doctrine. So he's bringing this up. Go ahead.
And yet in the Mirror Bible, it says the rewards of the law is death. Well, how do you hook that together?
See, he's right now he's trying to disparage it. So he say in the King James it say this, but in the New Bible it says something else. So how does the two one got to be wrong? Guess which one is wrong according to Creflo? But brother, the first time I saw this tape, I was like, this nigga needs to be studied at. He didn't know how the fuck to talk. I'm trying to tell you. Go ahead.
First of all, understand the devil is not trying to get you to sin. He's just trying to get you to keep the law. Because if he can get you to keep the law, you will sin.
That nigga spitting. Like that. Listen up. What I heard him say, I said, what? Hold on. I have to go back again. Like, if you're a Christian hearing this, of course, you hearing an Israelite on the corner telling you, obey God's laws. That's the devil. That ain't nothing but the devil. Because the devil trying to get you to try to keep the law, knowing you can't keep the law, so you could sin, so he could punish you. It's a trap. It's all a trap. That's why God said, do away with the law. No more games. Lord knows your heart. You understand? That's why people get tripped up in the New Testament. Is there any more on it? Or? Go ahead.
Chapter 7 says, for without the law, sin was dead. There is no sin without a law. There's no transgression of a speed limit if there's, first of all, not a law that gives you a limit of speed limit. So without the law, there is no sin. Without the law, sin will have no opportunity. And what many people think, they think Satan's trying to get you to sin. And Satan's trying to tempt you to do this or to do that. No, no. All he's trying to get you to do is to keep the law.
Satan ain't trying to get you to sin.
I am the greatest. Accepting this was a bold decision.
Satan is not trying to get you to sin. That's a misconception. Why would he want you to sin? All he's trying to get you to do is try to keep the law, and that's where you get caught. So, in other words, do away with the law.
So
it makes sense. It makes sense. Go ahead. Don't tell me you're ready to transfer no Matthew. I hope that's not
you beat the Christmas tree.
I hope you're trying to say it's like it's, you know, I'm gonna see you, you know, I'm gonna see you in the rapture or something. Now go ahead, Matthew.
No, I was saying, did you peep the Christmas tree?
Hold on, let me get it, brother. I'll come to it. Go ahead, Matthew.
I was asking, did you peep the Christmas tree in the background?
Oh shit, I didn't. He had a Christmas tree in the background. God damn, man, he wanted the gifts. Go ahead, Nassau.
It did not make
oh yeah, he got the whole Christmas. Well, listen, I can't even say that's the Christmas tree. Hold on, go to the end of it. Yep, it is. Yeah, whatever. And fake Israelites now they're going to be teaching that shit. You get the point? I tell you, he want to take over the classroom. Yeah, well, I'm gonna give him the mic just now. Now, so I'm going.
I said to like it did not make any sense to me. All I heard him say was there was no more sin if you didn't try to keep the law.
You see, because you in here, that's why it didn't make sense to you. You in here, but brother, somebody hearing that for the first time, man, they're gonna okay. They could follow it. They could be like, okay, if you keep the law, there's sin, and if you sin, you're gonna get punished because to them the law is do not steal. To them, the law is do not be a homosexual. That's what the law is. When that's not what the law is If any man lay with a man like he lay with a woman, both of them must be put to death. That's the law. You get the point? That is the law. The law is not don't be a homosexual. He's teaching it like that's what the law is saying. When the law is a system, the law is if somebody does this, this is the punishment. If somebody does that, this listen, have you ever done coding? Anybody ever did coding? In those the old school coding, not this new one, the Q basic and there's some called if then responses. If this happened, then. That's what the Bible is. The Lord is the original coder. If you do this, then this happens. That's the law. Not don't be homosexual or don't speed. You hear how we say the speeding? You take away the speed limit, there's no law. That's not what the law says with speed. The law says if you're doing over 35, in a 35 zone, you get this ticket. If you're this much over 35, you get this ticket. If you're this much over that, they suspend your license. That's the law. You get the point? It's a different thing. Somebody had their hand up that's going to say something. Go ahead.
No, Con, I was going to say, according to his example, now the government is making up laws to give you tickets. And instead of keeping it safe, keeping everybody safe, we're going to make these laws so we can give you tickets and fines.
And fines. That's what he's trying to say. He's trying to say that this thing is a whole trap just to punish you, when that's not what the Bible is saying. That's what he's saying. You get the point? The law is a system. Just remember that. When it talks about the law, it's a system. And to transgress the law, you're transgressing the system. So that the system now has to come and do something to you. You understand? Everybody understand, or you're losing it? Right? So read it one more time. Go ahead.
It's like Creflo is with their backward doctrine. He basically saying the law is the sin.
That's exactly what he's saying. He's saying the law is the problem. That's why you have to do away with the law. That's why he says Satan ain't trying to get you to sin. He's trying to get you to keep the law. So then the law is evil. So anybody trying to get you to keep the law, anybody coming around you with this keep the law talk, especially with the King James, you know they're following who? Satan. Creflo knows that if people start following God's laws, that church will be empty. So he has to make sure everybody in there thinks it's okay to not do it. And if anybody tells them to do it, they're Satan. Go ahead.
That's why they teach the only person that can keep the law was Jesus.
We're not perfect. You're not perfect. Kanye West said that. Kanye West said, who the hell wants to be like Jesus? I can't be like him. He was perfect, and none of us is perfect. You can't be like him. You get the point? That's why they teach that shit for sure. Go ahead, you're going to say something else? Go ahead. Shapat?
Like if I may, I said that at my slave.
Mm-hmm.
That it was Christ, the Bible speaks of another person who was perfect. It was like, no, show that.
Mm-hmm.
Show that. And I went to the book of Job. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And Christ said, be perfect.
Their understanding is, it comes from a man who has a certain amount of greed. And that type of greed is described by the word lust. Christians learn morals from somebody who is so filled with lust. They'll tell you it's your feelings towards a child is okay. It's natural. That love is love. You can't help who you fall in love with. If God didn't want you to get high, why he put weed on the earth? Right? I know you heard that shit before. Yeah. Right? Well, if he didn't want me to get high, why he make it then? He must wanted me to get it because he made it. And that's why I said, that's why I told Shah, that's why I told you, don't never say it's plenty unlawful fish out there. That's why people eat the unlawful fish. The variety ain't got shit to do with it because it got plenty lawful fish. You get the point? What you need is more people fighting to do the moral thing. So this here is the concept of law. You have to remember it's a system of punishment. That's the law. It's the appearance of the law. If the street lights come on before you come through that door, sometimes they tell you don't bother coming home. Some of them will tell you don't bother coming home. Some of them will tell you the belt would meet you by the door. Some of them will tell you, you know, they'll just say something and you know you got to psych yourself up to come through that door after the street light come on because it's hell to pay. That's a system of law. That's a system of punishment. If, then. You get the point? So that no man is justified by the law in the sight of God, meaning the workings of the law doesn't make you right in the sight of God. You get the point? You being punished does not make you just in God's eyes. Why? Shepard? Hold on. Before you give me a Shepard, let me let a couple of them try. Go ahead. Come on. Nasawan, Ragash, Leviathan. Y'all don't fight all at once now. Don't rush. Come on, Leviathan.
Because it's something you should be doing.
Give me a little more. Why is you getting punished by the system of the law, the workings of the law? Why does that not make you just in the sight of God?
So like I said,
I'm coming to you, Shah. Go ahead, Nasawan.
To feed over, he said, you shouldn't have to get punished to follow the Lord anyway. To follow.
You onto it. You definitely onto it. You shouldn't have to get punished to follow the law. So you getting punished means you broke the law, and just knowing Israel. Just think today. You didn't even have to understand too far back. Shah?
so like I said, like you see like how some people on that grace right now, so they're not frightened. They ain't frightened to break the most like compared to death. It's like they know with death now, it's only one time. If you break it, one time you're gone. So the mindset not frightened keeping the law, because they could do it over punishment. They could get punished, go again, get punished, go again, get punished, go again. But with death now, and they know that, hey, now I ain't gonna break that, because if I break that one time, that they are gone.
Shah, I see you done learn from punishment back. See, you like me have gotten some education in the upliftment of your people. That's it. As Israelites are, really just everybody in general, but outside of people, punishment ain't stopping you from doing shit. How many of you all got speeding tickets before? How many you got? How many you got? Two? How many you got? This year? This year. You shouldn't have gotten one after the first one. Why did you get one after the first one? Because the workings of the law does not make you a better driver in the sight of the government. As far as the government concerned, brother, you are a habitual speeder. That's why, what does the government do from time to time? They move the damn cameras, because they know right around this stretch at around 7:45 in the morning, your dumbass thinking you're going to be employee of the month if you could just speed down here 60 miles per hour during the city limits. And they'll move it, and they'll come up with new cameras. Now they put the camera in the sky on top of the light pole coming down. Yeah, unless you're looking up, you ain't seeing that shit until about 10 days later you get the ticket in the mail. Because you'll just pay the fine and do what? Go back to speeding. Right or wrong? When they're in line, you should probably look at me. Go ahead.
I was talking to a brother, and he was saying there was a certain spot around DC where him and all his family would always get tickets. And I was like, well, why don't y'all just slow down?
and I'm sure he looks at you like you had 3 heads. I'm sure he looks at you like, nigga.
Like they knew the area, like within 100 feet. But every time they go there, they would always get.
No, let me just be the devil's advocate. DC is a whole money game, man. Half of them cameras don't work, and you should fight every ticket in DC. I'm trying to tell you. There was a video some years ago about a brother on 295. 295 used to have two main cameras. One right there, just like if you're going northbound 295, just before it splits to go off the 50 and Baltimore. Right there where Eastern Avenue starts. There was a camera right there. And a brother got flashed at. I'm sure you can find the video. He stopped, backed up, and went to work on that camera. I'm talking about ping, 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 pick it up, buddies. I mean, they laughed him out. People was like, what's his number? I'm bailing him out. I'm putting money on his books. Because he expressed everything that everyone felt being under that type of oppression in DC. DC generates a certain amount of money from them cameras. I don't even think you had a speed. I think you breathe too hard, you're going to get a flasher. In some of them cameras, they really just do whatever. Go ahead.
I know a couple cameras, you know, set on my slave vehicle I drive. Camera go off every single time.
It don't matter.
Doesn't even matter.
It just goes.
The way the vehicle is, you know, it's a longer vehicle. So, like, moment I pass by, I got to be going 15 miles per hour in the 25 with nothing.
Listen, just slow down now. Get out and walk. Get out and walk. Go ahead.
Sir, I was coming down, I think the 95, at one stretch of it says aircraft is, you know, for speeders, you know, in other words, the aircraft is metering us, is trying to catch us. And sure enough, as soon as I saw the sign, I started looking up in the sky. I was like,
it started following you.
Yeah.
Listen, slow down now. That's all I can tell you. Right? The workings of the Lord doesn't make it just in the sight of man. You can just sit right there. Here's the what. All right. You just see there's room here, right? Yeah, you know, so it doesn't make it just in the sight of God. All right. It doesn't make you right in the sight of God because one, the Lord doesn't want you to pay a fine or, you know, pay 2 turtle doves or get beat with stripes. The Lord is a parent. If you're a parent, do you want to discipline your children? You don't want to beat them. You don't want to take shit from them. You wish they would just listen. And you yell at them and yell, and the frustration comes to a head, and then they get some stripes. But you don't want to do this shit to them. They don't understand that. They think, you know, they'll just get chances after chances, and you would much rather they just listen to you and obey you. You would just much rather that happen, that they just obey. So you getting punished doesn't make you right in the sight of the Lord. You under the workings of the law doesn't make you right in the sight of the law because you done broke the law. You done sinned against it. You get the point? Keep going.
It is evident for the just shall live by faith.
Right, say it again.
It is evident for the just shall live by faith.
What does that mean in this context? The just shall live by faith. Come on. Get the mic. I'm coming to you, Matthew. 1 second.
In this content, what do it mean here, or what do?
Meaning the context of just as we broke it down. What does it mean? The just shall live by faith.
You should have faith, not to sin in the first place, or not to break the law.
The just will live by faith. Meaning, faith is works based on what you believe. Correct? Salaki, what do you need, brother? No sweat. Bring your own sword, all right? You have 2 able hands, right? All right. Everybody should get a bag, especially you brothers. You get a book bag. You get a book bag, and you get a notebook, and your apocrypha, and your Bible, and your Bible dictionary, and you keep it in there, all right? Really, the Bibles in the school is for a brand new person who come in. There's a lot of people who've never been to church in their whole life, don't even own a Bible. But you come in here more than once, brother, you start investing, and sister, you start investing in your books and your tools that you would need, all right? So the just would live by faith, meaning you would do works based on what you believe. And if you believe in the Bible, you would obey God's words. And that would make you just. The just will live by faith. that would make you justified before the eyes of the Lord. The Lord would look at you as being justified. You would be made right in his eyes because you obey what he says to do versus you obeying the punishment. You understand? Go ahead.
Like my man, I was taught that in here that faith is you doing what the Lord said and you having faith that what he said will come from it will come true.
Yes, that's one context of it. Faith could also be should I take a walk around the block and check the cars? You don't have to do it, right? You sure? You're not sure? I don't know. But you know why you stalled? Who knows why he stalled on the question, on the answer?
He stalled because he didn't know the reason why you told him to do it.
No, that's not why he stalled. Who knows why he stalled?
I think he stalled because,
1 second. Go ahead.
I think he stalled because he knew he had to do it because of the being in the truth, but he was thinking outside the box. Like
That's why, because Shabbat is just. That's why he stalled. Because he was like, yeah, I have to do it. That's what he told himself. Then he was like, well, I don't have to do it, but I have to do it. That's a just man. A just man is, I have to do this. There's no other way. There's no other option. What are we talking about? This is something I have to do. Could I not do it? Sure. But I have to do this thing. You understand? The just shall live by faith. The unjust think it's an option. The unjust think, well, I ain't got to do this thing. I ain't got to worry about this shit here. I ain't got to do that thing until, if you've been there, until, go ahead,
punishment.
Until the punishment comes, until the call. Hey, Shalom, Mark, what's going on? Hey, Shalom, sir. Man, you won't believe what happened. What happened? I ain't got much time. What do you mean I ain't got much time? Well, they got me. I'm in such and such precinct. How you get there? Didn't I tell you? You've all been there before, right? I ain't got to go through the examples. The punishment comes, and then that's your situation. But there's a man who the words out your mouth, he or she would follow it because to them, I have to do this thing. You get the point? That's the life we live because we follow the Bible. You understand what I'm saying? For us, this is not a choice. It's a choice to do it. But once you make the choice to follow, there's not a point on your journey where you evolve. That's the bullshit you tell yourself because you want to go get high again. There's no point in your journey where you've grown. Through the last year of the growth of my journey of finding myself, you start to talk to yourself like a lawyer litigating a case. That's how I know you have a demon. You think some of this thing is a choice. You don't have a choice anymore. You done did this. And it's not a choice. It's not that you don't have a choice because somebody will what? Shabbat, if you don't go circle the block, is there a punishment for that? No. What's the punishment? That's because you're just that. But just in the regular, is there a punishment for that? Is that even a punishment? A check-in? A punishment? What are we talking about? Like some people ain't follow Trump laws. He fire you and send you to jail. You get the point? Like there's the life we live, the things we do. You don't get locked up for it if you don't do it. Nobody here is going to come punish you. You get the point? You're going to get jammed up by not following orders or counsel or what the Bible says. but nobody is going to seek you to institute the process or the system of the law against you. You get the point? You doing this thing totally of your own volition. You doing this thing because of what? Faith. That's why you're doing it. That's why you're here. That's why you're sitting here. You get the point? If there's another reason you're sitting here, then I need to hear it. But the reason you're here, you're doing anything, that you're in class, you're doing Sabbath service, you're paying your tithes, you're going for the Feast of Hanukkah, preparing for Passover. God damn it, Passover in itself is a battle. Getting the money up, getting your garment together, getting time off from work. You already know you ain't coming. You just doing a formality by requesting time off. You black, you Maduro family, you know you ain't. Nigga, I ain't gonna be here. I just requesting this so you don't fire me. But make no mistake, that week before April 4th, I'm not coming to work. You ain't telling them that though. But it's a whole battle. Then getting the plane, getting the vehicle, driving down, flying down, luggage get lost, all kind of shit happening. But you making it to Passover. Why? Because a priest is gonna show up during the Feast of Unleavened Bread and cut your head off? Is that why you're going to Passover? That somebody's gonna show up and pull you out your house and stone you because you missed the Passover? Is that why you go? So that shit is not happening. Ain't nobody coming and look for you for the Passover. You doing this thing off of straight up and down faith because of what you believe. You get the point? The just will live by faith. That's why you're just. That's why, like a parent who looks at a child that does something without being told or being threatened or having to wave something over their head, that parent gonna look at the child like, that's my son, that's my daughter. I have favor for them because they know the procedure and they do it anyway. They do what I like, they do what I ask. They already know what to do. They get it done and they do it with joy. That's what makes you just in the sight of the Lord, that you do this thing by faith. Like you do this thing because you believe in him. You get the point? Not because there's a punishment. If you have a child that does things because there's a punishment associated, how do you feel? How would that make you feel? First off, you're not going to like that type of dynamic. Because now the child makes you feel like what? Like a bully, like you have to threaten them every goddamn time. Who the hell wants that? Don't nobody want that type of shit. Don't nobody want that, so I have to yell at you. That's the only time you're listening. I'd raise my voice. I'd yell at you. I'd call you this. I'd get the belt. That's the only time you would listen. You wouldn't just listen for listening's sake. The just will live by faith. If you now yield to the workings of the Lord, that doesn't justify you in the sight of the Lord. The Lord don't want that. He don't want that. Somebody get the precept for me in Psalms where I don't want a broken and contrite heart. What he's gonna say? So like somebody was saying something, either Matthew or Arawadia.
Khan, sir.
Go ahead, up.
I was asking about this precept, James, in James 2:17 through, it goes all the way down to 20. But
okay, let me hear it.
This is the book of James, chapter 2, verse 17. Even so, faith, it hath not works, is dead, being alone. Yea, a man.
Say it, read it one more time.
Khan. This is the book of James, chapter 2, verse 17. Even so, faith, if it have not works, is dead, being alone. Yea, a man say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works.
You understand? Your faith has to be followed by works, and your works here is being in the spirit and the culture of what the Lord wants you to do. You get the point? That's what it is. It's like faith without works is dead. It's nothing. It's talk. It's nothing but just running your mouth and you never doing anything. You get the point? The faith with works is what justifies you. So what? That's a good precept, Matthew. Let me get back. Let's finish off this one for the brother. All right. I'll get that after. Let's finish off this one in Galatians. Whoever holding the mic or reading, just go ahead and read, all right? From 11 all the way through 12.
Galatians chapter 3, verse 11.
Yep.
But that no man is justified by the law in sight of God. It is evident, for the just shall live by faith.
Go ahead.
Verse 12. And the law is not of faith, but the man that doeth them shall live in them.
The law is not of faith. What does that mean? What does that part mean? The law is not of faith.
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
The law is not connected to your workings.
Take a little bit of that. I'll take a little of it. Anybody else? Come on now, son. You want to read it again? What does it mean when it says the law is not of faith? What does that mean?
Once again, I would say if you was a just man, you wouldn't need the law. So if you have faith, then you wouldn't need the law.
So the law is not of faith, and the law is what? Creflo say you had to do away with the law, you know, because Satan trying to get you to follow the law. So if you have faith, then is the law done away with?
The law is not done away with.
Well, it says the law is not of faith. So if you have faith, then you don't need the law.
It's not done away with. I would say what he said, you above the law, so you wouldn't.
Well, if you're above the law, then I don't need to. I'm not under the law, so I don't need to obey and not eat pork.
Well, if you're a just man, you already obeying all his statutes and commandments, so you wouldn't need the law to.
Right, I don't need the law. See, that's how Creflo gets you. Come on, the wife.
So yeah, you wouldn't need the law to make you do it.
You wouldn't need the law to make you what? Keep the law?
No, to have faith. You wouldn't need the law to force you.
What? Well, how is the law forcing you?
No, because you're thinking of the punishment.
That's what you need to get to. You got to remember that word. That word is foreign to us because of the Christian church. The Christian church teaches that life is without consequences. There's no consequence to what you do, and you could just do it. God love you anyway. Every consequence for the Christian is a test. For the Christian, every consequence is, God is just testing his strongest soldier. Maybe he just punishing the wickedest one, nigga. Maybe he just punishing the most evil, wicked ass one. Always making some old TikTok or some reel. The Lord always tests his strongest soldiers. So make me stronger, God, as you're recovering from an overdose. So the Lord wants to test you with with meth. No, a Christian think there's no punishment ever. And there is a punishment. There is punishment. So you have to remember when I say the law is not of faith, meaning the system of the law is not of faith. If you have faith, you would not need the system of the law. You would not need it. Let me give you an example. Where do police over police in our community? Where? What are you bossing about? What are you bossing about? What do you want? You want the keys? You want the keys to the car? You want to go to Toys R Us? It's like your Walmart. They don't go to Toys R Us no more. I think they go Five Below. That's the new where they get their supply from, right? Where do police really flock to in our neighborhoods?
The impoverished neighborhoods.
The impoverished neighborhoods. And where are they not?
In Edomites neighborhood.
And for the people who tell the police where to go, what is the premise for that?
The laws that they put in place were meant to.
Don't think the law. What is the premise for putting the police in our neighborhoods versus the Edomite neighborhoods? You just had to articulate it. Go ahead.
Kawakan, the premise that they go by is that our neighborhoods are higher crime areas. That's where you're most likely going to find lawbreakers.
Lawbreakers. So the Edomite areas, what?
Are law-abiding citizens.
They do not need the law.
Right. Right.
We need the law. But down Georgetown, they don't need the law. Down, wherever, Manhattan, they don't need the law. Get the point? They need the law where we are at. That's the premise of this thing here. If you understand that, you could understand this. You could understand now that faith is not connected to the law. Georgetown, M Street, you don't need them. You don't need a National Guard down there. They need to send them. What's this? Past the river, right? Across the bridge. Remember they were saying that with the National Guard? That's where they need to send them. Them guards ain't get their brains blown out on Minnesota Avenue. They ain't get shot down there on Pennsylvania, or give me some more places down there over Benning Road. They ain't get laid out over there in Baghdad. Little Baghdad at the back of Heckentree Mall. It's nice now. It's 31st in Vietnam. They ain't get blown away over there. You get the point? They ain't get blown away over there. They get blown away in front of the White House. You understand? It's the premise of who needs the law and who doesn't. So this year, by faith, is saying that somebody who has faith does not need to be punished. That's what you want. Your law here is punished. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, concert. So, to go along with that, I don't steal because I'm not afraid of being caught or going to jail. I don't steal because I have faith.
Okay. It's both in your case. In your case, you don't steal because you know the Lord is going to punish you. Like in here, especially if you're a brother, you don't, make it, you start doing the camps and stuff. People look at you and be like, well, aren't you scared on the streets? You didn't think you're going to get locked up and some. Nigga, I'm scared of being in a council and hearing, this is General Mahaiman, why are we here today? And then halfway through the council, and he was like, God damn, Commander Johnny Hanna in here too. That's what the fuck frightened me. You think I'm scared of some squad car? What the fuck you gonna do to me? You understand? Like you temper yourself because you have faith. You believe what you've been taught. You understand? Go ahead, Shafar.
Like it, sir.
Say again? I already said he was just that. Give him a hand. Yeah. And because of that, I won't make you walk around the street. That's the other part of being just. That's the same thing like we talked about before. You don't take advantage of your brother. Because you in here and you have brothers and sisters that will do whatever for you, you don't now become a slob and just do it just because. You get the point? That's not how we do here. We honor each other's, service in here. Go ahead, Kazak.
Kawakana, what you said was so heavy because that thought process that you just laid out is like that's the only reason why I don't commit crime or do certain things. Like I'm not thinking of going, like I could care less about going to jail, going to prison, any of that. What's always in my mind is, okay, I do not want to be in the council having to answer for this bull that I just did.
That's it.
Like that's the only thing that stops me from doing those things.
That's it. That's it. And listen, Christ said, follow me because my burden is light.
That's right. Their
burden is heavy. Like in here, brother, you go to the council, ain't nobody giving you 40 years to life. Ain't nobody saying you got to get the electric chair or nothing. But somehow that council is still way more terrifying than some Georgia. It's because you serve the Lord now. You serve the Lord now. There's a difference here now. There's no witness to intimidate. There's no sloppy cop report that will get you off on a technicality. The Lord saw you and the angels saw you. And when you end up in that council, brother, tell a lie if you want to. Go ahead. I dare you. Go ahead. Say something that wasn't true. I done lived and seen it and seen the Lord's judgment after. Sometimes it don't even happen right then and there. Sometimes you think you get over. And boy, within a short time, some shit happened. And it's like, how the fuck this happened? You know what he did.
If I may, I'm not saying too much, but I was in a council that wasn't mine. And the person's counsel was saying something, and out of nowhere, Commander Junior Hunter, nobody knew he was.
Nobody. Oh man, he come like Darth Vader up in that shit.
And then and spoke against what the person said.
He got the whole going to her.
On the phone call was just quiet for like 10 seconds.
Brother, I'm trying to tell you. Once you start serving the Lord, once you obey the Lord, it's a different thing. You're accountable to something that's not man. It's different. So you not the law, and the law is not of faith. Like that's, it's not that. It's something else, right? The man that doeth them shall live in them. You get the point? Compared to dying in them. You understand? So this thing in the New Testament, a lot of the references, majority of the references of the law is about the punishment of it, the system of the law. Don't think, don't eat pork. If you think like that, it'll read to you as that's done away with. You can't eat pork. You get it? I hope the brother understand. What else you have? Oh, give me the other one I want in Psalms. Real quick, all right?
Psalms 51, verse 17. The sacrifices of God are a broken spirit. A broken.
Any verse above is good too? Where you at, Psalms what?
Psalms 51, verse 17.
Yeah, give me 16.
Sir. Psalms 51, verse 16. For thou desirest not sacrifice, else would I give it?
No, it's not a question.
Else would I give it? Thou delightest not in burnt offering.
Right? That's David saying that to the Lord. The Lord don't require you to pay the price. He requires obedience. He doesn't want a sacrifice. He doesn't want a burnt offering, even though that's in the law. That's not what he wants to do. Like a parent saying, if I come back and this ain't done, I'm gonna get that belt. That parent don't want to do that to the child. They love the child. They want what? Obedience. They want you to listen. They want you to have some good sense.
Right.
And you don't have it, so you get punished. But that's not what the authority wants. That's not what the Lord wants. So David is saying, if you desired sacrifice, I would have given it. And you don't delight. You're not happy in a burnt offering. Like you think burning some calf is really pleasing the Lord. He makes the calf. He don't need you to burn yours. The burning the calf was supposed to hurt you. Because you want, remember the calf you had to sacrifice for sinning. It was a young a bullock, meaning a male cow that has no blemish. Meaning, remember, if you have a male animal, you're not going to eat that animal right away. You're going to line that animal or breed it, which means people have to pay you for this bull to breed their heifer so they could get that type of quality bull from you. Now, what if I found out you was doing something, or somebody found out I doing something, and they said, Mashak, you had that bull. Yeah, you had killed that bull, and you had to burn it. You can't eat it. You can't even sell the meat. You had to kill it and burn it. You're gonna be like, God damn, that's so much money I'm losing. I could have sold the seed. I could have bought a heifer, breed the heifer, get good quality bulls to sell, keep all the males. Now I have a whole stud thing going. Now I had to kill this bull and cut off money. It was meant to hurt me, not the Lord. It's not to please the Lord or do nothing. Come on, Shapat.
When it says without blemish, could that also mean not just with without spots or nothing wrong with it, but without blemish, that one you think is perfect?
Well, that's what it means.
Blemish in your mind.
The blemish here is if you go to sell this, will somebody say a little skinny, shoulders too narrow? Yeah, them eyes ain't looking too good on this one here. Is he look a little short? Them hips ain't too strong. The blemish is something that you wouldn't get the maximum amount of. What happened? You good? Oh, he just hit his head. Don't worry, we Israelites. That will happen. Little Savannah one. Don't even worry about it. Should I listen to mommy? You don't want to listen to mommy now? This is what you get. Go ahead.
I just looked up the price of elite bulls, breeding, 100 to 500,000 plus each.
Yeah,
each time.
Just looking at me like shit. Like what am I doing working? Yeah, it's a lot of money in cattle because there's shows, bull shows, plus this thing could breed all week out. This thing could breed every week for the year, and you selling the seed. So if somebody comes to buy that from you, you're not looking at just the price of meat today. There's something Esau in economics called future value. Like they could now see what this bull is worth today and what it will be worth in the next 10 years. And they'll come up with a price that makes it worth the sale for the amount of time it will take for you to get a bull back like that. That's how Esau sells stuff. So when he values something, there's a lot of math that go into it. I ain't saying it's righteous math, but he calculating something that he can't lose if he sell this shit. You get the point? So now imagine somebody come and tell you, kill the bull, but you can't even eat it. At least you're supposed to eat your meat, right? You gotta burn that shit to a crisp. Nobody eats it. This bull don't multiply. Nothing. It's supposed to hurt you. You understand? It's supposed to hurt you. Go ahead. Where we at? 17? Read it.
Verse 17. The sacrifices of God are a broken spirit.
Say it again.
The sacrifices of God are a broken spirit.
Go ahead.
A broken and contrite heart, O God, thou will not despise.
What is a broken and contrite heart? What does that mean? What does contrite means? Who knows? If you don't know, don't look at me, look it up. I see y'all learning now. I see y'all reaching for your phones. Don't worry. Y'all gonna forget how to use a goddamn dictionary. I hope you have it to know. Let's go look the goddamn thing up. All right. Come on, you have it?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Contrite. Feeling or showing sorrow and remorse for improper or objectionable behavior and action.
Remorse. Sincere remorse. That thing Israelites feel. We feel that just on our own without somebody doing it. You do something wrong, most of us will be like, damn shit, I shouldn't have done. Let me go talk to so and so. Even if you ain't know how to say it the right way, we have a feeling of remorse. Listen, last week or yesterday? Yesterday they said on Monday they said Hegg said order the killing. He said kill them all, right? That's what the White House come out and say. Hegg gave the order. They shoot the boat one time. Somehow they lighten up the image. You saw the men on the side of the boat. I don't know if it's AI or what. I can't tell. But there was two images there. They say Hegg said gave the order. They asked Trump. Trump said, I don't know, but I trust Pete, blah, blah, blah. This morning, yesterday, they hold a cabinet meeting. Hegg said, I'm not sure. I saw the first strike. Could there have been people in the water? The whole thing was on fire. There's a lot of smoke. It's what you call the fog of war. Something you all wouldn't understand. Today, he came out and said, they said he didn't give the order. Some other general may have given the order. Brother, he doesn't have a contrite spirit. He doesn't. There's nothing you could say to somebody like that to make them be like, you know what, I didn't see it, or damn, I did see something, but I gave the order anyway. He doesn't feel remorse for what he did. He doesn't feel any remorse at all. You understand? We are a people who have way more remorse than the oppressor. We could feel bad about something. We could feel guilty about something. The brothers and sisters who they rounding up for ICE, are they fighting back and I deserve to be here? Our people, we might run away, but our people fighting back and pushing the cops and doing, what are our people doing? What do we see on the tapes? Go ahead.
Holding on to their family.
They might be holding on to their family, the emotion. That's the emotion for your family. But are they, you can't touch me. I'm an American citizen. Some. What are our people doing? Go ahead.
Either they're running away or they just go peacefully.
They just go. Because we is like, you know what? Shit, they come in here. Or shit, you in charge. My shit ain't all the way right. They don't know the laws too well. Like we have that, you know, like, God damn, you know, I have kids, some. That's a broken and contrite spirit. You know, give me a chance to get it right. That's not the oppressor. The oppressor does not have a broken spirit. He doesn't have a contrite spirit. It's not in him to feel any remorse for anything he did wrong. As far as the oppressor is concerned, he is always right. And you always wrong, even if he has to change the circumstances of it. When they killed, when they murdered Michael Brown in St. Louis, what did they come out and say about him? There was something very pivotal, if you all remember the case. For time's sake, I'm gonna have to say it. Go ahead. You remember it? For time's sake, I'm gonna have to say it. They said, you all know the case I'm talking about, right? Michael Brown, Darren Wilson, he reached in the car, or that's what Darren Wilson said, and he shot him, right? Hands up, don't shoot. You remember that whole thing, right? They said, well, why did the cop even stop Michael Brown? The cop say, well, he was crossing the street or jaywalking, he was walking in the middle of the street, some shit like that. They say, well, that's not really, you know, nothing to do. Then they came out with, well, they had a report that there was a store robbery and Michael Brown fit the description. You all remember that whole thing? And then they showed the tape of him yoking up the Arab in the store, the heathen. I don't know which heathen it is. And the whole premise for about 48 hours was Michael Brown robbed this store. You remember that? He robbed this store, he robbed this store. Then they found the whole tape, that this was not a robbery, that there was some drug deal between him and the store owner. And the store owner didn't want to pay him the money. So he started knocking shit over. And then the store owner came around and he yoked him up, like, where's my money? And the store owner didn't pay him, so he left the store angry. And that's when he found Darren Wilson. And Darren Wilson did not get the call about the store. They tried to do that after, because they don't have a broken and contrite heart, that you murder some 16 or 17-year-old. They tried to add to it to make it seem it was just a criminal and they was doing St. Louis a favor anyway, because what if that was your grandmother he tried to rob? Why they don't go arrest the store owner for selling drugs and having a minor sell drugs? They never did that though. You understand? The Lord wants us to have a broken and contrite spirit, which is why most times we turn to the Lord after we done hit rock bottom. I mean, rock bottom, not hard times, but there's nothing else for you to do but to just go walk in front of the train. And we've all been there. And now you want to turn to the Lord. And the Lord, he'll hear you. He won't despise you. But he would much rather you just obey him. Because who brought you to rock bottom? Who hurt you like that? He did. He did. And you were proud all the way down to rock bottom. It seemed like every time I tried to do something, this don't work. You know why? The Lord don't want it to work. Because when you're down, and you're broke, and you're suffering, and you have mental anguish, you could hear him. The riches and the success is too loud in your ears. You don't hear the Lord at that point. You don't hear everything is good. You Gucci, you good, you got money. When things is upside down, brother, now you're willing to hear the Lord. Now there's nothing else to listen to. You have nobody ain't calling you to go out now because you ain't hearing nobody. You ain't doing what you used to do. You don't even have money to get high no more. That's bad. You ain't got no money to go get what I thought was a quarter zip. I just found out a quarter zip is a damn t-shirt. I thought a quarter zip was that little bag. I'm trying to tell you, we not the same people. I thought a quarter zip was that little Ziploc bag, brother. I thought that was, a small thing. You all knew the quarter zip was a little pull-up, zip-up shit? Yeah, we not the same, man. When I saw the tape and he said, these are not your quarter zip niggas, I was like, damn, yeah, these guys don't get high and shit. They ain't doing none of that shit. Come to find out this is this preppy. It's like, what the fuck is a quarter zip? Yeah, we not the same, man. I'm damn near offended that is really the shirt. I would much rather it be, you think we just a bunch of weed head niggas. I think that have a little bit more respect on it. Get the point? I think that got a little bit more, well, these ain't the regular niggas that we used to having around. Anyway, the Lord wants you a broken and contrite spirit. He don't want you proud and full of yourself. Because when you're proud and full of yourself, you don't hear him. Just like a parent. Your parent, you reach 16, 17, you got hair in places you didn't have hair before. Your voice a little deep and your chest a little, round for you girls. And you think you all that. And you get a little job in the mall and they make you assistant manager. And I don't have to take this. I'm moving out. I'm something, something, something. And you hurt your parents. And what do your parents do? Who knows? I know. Because I done did it. They'll just wait until you fall on your face. They'll just wait. And they'll be there to help you because they're your parents. But there'll come a time where you done make that move, you cannot go back home. You cannot return to that door until you're good and dusty. Until the earth done beat your ass and beat you to fuck up. And you make that call and they don't hear your voice and they know, it's all right, come on home. I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna unlock the door for you. Just come on home. You don't even have to say nothing. You just, hey, and you just stop right there. Because your spirit is done. You fit. That's what the Lord, because of our pride, that's what the Lord wants. He doesn't want a fine from you, a sacrifice. He don't want you to kill an ox. He don't want that. He wants a broken and contrite spirit. Because now you're willing to listen. Now you're more respectful. Now you're more appreciative of what he's trying to do. And it's just unfortunate that that's who we are as a people. Lord say we are stiff-necked people, hard-headed to the bone. We have to have that broken and contrite spirit. That's what he wants. Because now you're ready to have faith. Because there's nothing else to try. There's, you're so low, there's only up. You can't get no lower. So now you're ready to try this thing. Now it's like, all right, put on your all black. And sis, just make sure you come to class and address next time. We have a headpiece. The brothers here, General Katham, I remember he kept skirts and a headpiece for sisters who would come through. Because once a sister come up in here, you all know DC was down here like the Russian gulag. It was only niggas in here for a second. You women are rare things up in here. But for anybody really to come into the truth, you have to be in it's a jammer. It's you usually in a bad situation. And he would keep a headscarf and skirts for sisters because it's a culture change. Get the point? And since next time you come, you put on this now, and you could go in the bathroom, put it on. Next time you come with a skirt. And then they'll come next time properly dressed. And it's amazing where they would follow that. But 2 months ago on the street, it's a whole battle. Because the pride is there. When you come through these doors, brother, the Lord done kick your ass now. Now you're ready to listen. Now you're ready to learn. And listen, it even hits harder when you had a chance to hear. Some people, some of our people don't have the chance to hear prior. Sometimes you just down and then somebody hand you a flyer and you come through, or you see a video. But for some of us, brother, we hear the truth. And for 2 years, we dilly-dally with it. We sit on the fence. Yeah, they're right, but you know, some. Yeah, they're right, but some. And you get your ass whooped for them 2 years, and then you realize, let me stop bullshitting. Let me come through here. Yeah, I've been watching for so and so how many years and something. How many times you hear that? Yeah, I know, because I watched this camp arc. I didn't have YouTube arc. I used to go to camp and sit on the blocks outside 12th and G. Next time you all drive by 12th and G. 12th and G Street, the metro right there where there's a Holiday Inn or something halfway up the block. When you come up the metro, you turn left. There's like an open area with these huge concrete square blocks. That first one there, that's mine. Don't nobody sit there. I'm sitting there watching the camp, taking notes. This is the truth, and would not do what the fuck they tell me to do for about 2 years, brother. And I went through shit I didn't have to go through. 2 years. For 2 fucking years, brother. And then the week before Hebrew Academy, Jeremiah Hyman say, Commander Johnny Hanna would like to extend the invitation to the Hebrew Academy for you. But you had to cut them dreadlocks. You know, Jeremiah Hyman, he's not asking. He's here, I get them filthy things off your head. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking? Yeah, and you're gonna do something, but you're gonna hit rock bottom. You're gonna go through things before you come through, and that's what the Lord would prefer. He would prefer that. Now, you could have a broken and contrite spirit before punishment or after. You could be obedient. You could be ready to receive before. You could be humble. Or you could have to get broken after pride. It's your choice. But you could hear it now when there's nothing on your ass. Nobody chasing you. There's nothing you're fighting. No health issues, nothing. Or you could hear now and think you have time and go and find out what's in the mystery bag. And go take your chances. You want to see what's behind door number 1? Do you want door number 1 or door number 2? And then you could find that out after. You get the point. The Lord would much prefer that than to punish you. All right? Where we at, Bukash?
2 more questions.
All right, let me get
it. From Fiery Furnace Finish says, what is an Israelite fringe in compare and contrast
to what?
To an Assyrian, Babylonian, Mesopotamian fringe? Example, Zit, the Ish custom, but worn by modern day Israelites, Deuteronomy 22:12, and Exodus 26:4, and then 36:11.
All right, let me get those 2 precepts he asked for. This young brother from DC, young brother Omar. Okay, let me get that. Let me get a Bible dictionary. Anybody have a Bible dictionary? You have it? Oh shit! Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Let me see that. Let me see the Bible dictionary. Let me see that Bible dictionary. Because you know me a little too well. You know me a little too well, brother. Oh, it's already ready? Yeah. Oh, okay, no sweat, guys. I wouldn't do it in 2 because you I wouldn't do it more than what you did to mine. But if it was whole, brother, I would have, I'd have balanced the scale. The Lord don't like diverse weights. You can have a whole book and half. We both have to have half of a book. That's how this shit works. That's brotherhood. You can't want for yourself, but you don't want for me. So what? Look up in their hem. I think it's hem. Look up fringe, but definitely hem is it. Hem. Give me the precept the brother asked for. So he's asking what's the difference between what's the question, brother? Question. What is the Israelite fridge compared to the contrast of the Assyrian, Babylonian, Mesopotamian fridge? The zit, right? Okay, so those other fringes, the other styles of it, I have really no idea what it is. I know the zit one is what the Jewish man wears, which is the strings or the tassels, right? They call them zits or some shit like that. Give me the 2 precepts, and then we'll find out. We'll get where fringes is. All right. I think Officer Warren is in. Go ahead. Do your thing. Anybody have it? The precepts you want? Deuteronomy 22:12. Yep.
Sir. Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 12. Thou shalt make thee fringes upon the four quarters of thy vesture, wherewith thou coverest thyself.
That's it.
So that's it.
All right, that's one of the laws of fringes. There's another one in Numbers. Somebody find that for me too. I think Numbers is fringes on the border of blue. Give me the other two. Exodus 26 and 4, 36 and 11.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 26, verse 4. And thou shalt make loops of blue upon the edge of one curtain from the sleevage and the compiling, and likewise shalt thou make in the utmost edge an outer curtain in the coupling of the second.
Right. I believe this, you could read higher. I believe this is about putting the border of blue on curtains in the temple. Right? Does it say that? Read the verses above.
Verse 3.
Let's read it above her.
Verse 3. The 5 curtains shall be coupled together.
Read high up.
Sir. Let me start from 1.
You could try.
Sir. Moreover, thou shalt make a tabernacle with 10 curtains of fine twined linen and blue.
So, young brother, this for Exodus 26 and 4, and I believe 36 and 11 is the same reference. This is specific to putting the border of blue on a curtain. And the self edge? What does it say?
The sleevage.
The sleevage is the joining of the curtain, right? And that part. That wouldn't really apply to what you wear and the fringes, but that's for decorating the temple or the house of the Lord or some holy place or some holy tabernacle. All right. Anybody find anyone in Numbers?
I got it, sir.
Go ahead. Shapat, you found him? No, sir. You found fringe? I know, sir. I think give me him. Go ahead. Whoever have it. Aradia, that's you.
Okay.
Go
the
ahead.
Book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
Okay. So this would be give me a garment. I would have fringes on my pants. Let me see if I'll take that too. Bukwash, you could come stand here. Let me just show the brother. Right here. Is this on? You seen it? Turn sideways a little. Turn here, right there. Right here. So this is a border where it lines up here, where the shirt is joined. He has the fringes and the border of blue, all the way down. We wear them at camp on our priestly garment. We wear them on our priestly garment, the long garments, the jackets, stuff like that. Definitely on the pants, in the seam on the side of the pants. You could get stylish with them, put them on pockets. The brothers do a whole ton of designs. Kazak do some designs. I usually have Kazak design some of the pants I wear, or a few other brothers do. Itazava thing does designs. There's a few other brothers do real good designs. Forgive me if I ain't mentioning, the sister Malak's Rib, Mariam, does outstanding designs on garments and stuff. She made this West coat. You would put the fringe in the border of it, where border, just like a country has borders where two parts meet, you would put fringes there, right? The bottom of a t-shirt is not a border. You get the point? If you put fringes at the lower part of a garment, it's more so for style than in keeping with the law. You get the point? That's not lawful fringes. Lawful fringes would be on the seam of it, where the borders, where two pieces meet. The bottom of a t-shirt, two pieces don't meet there. You get the point? That it's just it's a fold. You get the point? So now, if you want to find out how to wear fringes, biblical fringes is what you would see Gadites wearing, or Reubenites wearing. The way they wear fringes, that's the proper way to wear your fringes. Like how they would put it on their jackets. Like Western apparel, fringes like that, that's lawful. You just have to put the border of blue, really, because it's on the hem. It's in there. It's sewn into the hem of the garment with the border of blue. That's how we wear our fringes
That's what fringes are, right? Fringes are not tassels or the tassels the oppressor wears, right? You could put up a picture of that. Right? That's what they would call these zits or something like that. That's what they call them. I need them wearing it up. Just put up, Jewish man tassels or Jewish man fringes. Jewish man wearing fringes or tassels or excuse me, something of the sort. All right, that one here, him. Pull up that one. All right, you can zoom in. What's up? What's up? Go ahead.
Salaki, yes, sir, but that
And
look
then
gay.
fine. I mean, even if he didn't have that, he'd have looked gay. Find give me a picture of them Sakari niggas wearing that same shit. All right, keep that one up. Just open another one. Oh yeah, go ahead. Do your
Slack too, if I may, sir.
Come on with it.
And it's so spiritual because my entire time of being in the truth, and before I even came into the truth, I noticed that the UPK, the ISUPK, are the only brothers that wears fringes the way we do.
Yep.
Like every other Israelite group wears them how the Jewish man wears them. We are literally the only ones who wear them the way we wear them. So it's real spiritual. There's only one home of the truth. Everybody else wear them just like this. Zits and all that garbage.
Zits. Let me explain to you why that is, because you've had a slavery before, I would imagine. A little too specific, Bukwash. You're not gonna see Sakari wearing fringes, it'll never come up. You just have to pull up, Sakari something. Let's pull up Sakari and you'll see pictures of them. You may be spelling it wrong. You may have to pull it from Facebook. I don't know. All of a sudden you can't find the money. I think it's spelled wrong. Right? Everybody has had a slavery before, right? And most slaveries, you have what you call what? A uniform.
Right.
Right? You work for Amazon, you work at a gas station, you work wherever. You have a uniform, right? And do you have a choice in the uniform? You have to wear it. Why? Why? Because they said so, right? But there's another reason why. Go ahead.
It's in the contract that I signed.
It's just a little too complicated. Go ahead, sis.
To be unified.
You don't give a fuck about unity on there. You don't even eat lunch with people on your slave, right or wrong? You know what I mean? It's why do you wear the uniform?
So like it.
You need a slave. I need another way. Go ahead, Kazak.
He said what I was getting ready to say, sir. For the sake of the
listen,
slave.
you're right. There's a way to say it, is what I'm looking for.
To be in compliance.
Why you need to be in compliance?
To show that you're underneath that authority, like while you're working there.
Okay, well, why are you allowing yourself to be under that authority?
Because of what they give, the money.
Because they're paying you.
Right.
Why do fake Israelites wear that bullshit? Because
they're getting paid.
The Jewish man is paying them, Mark.
That's right.
They're his employees. That's why they wear his uniform. I'm pointing now because I'm supposed to line me up, bro. I line the whole thing up because that's a headshot right there. But y'all could find it. Y'all could just pull up one of them with the fringes around the t-shirt. Somebody who online, just Martha, y'all might be able to find it good. Martha, you could find one of them with them Sakari niggas wearing them same zits thing. You know what I mean? And show all the fake Israelites with the t-shirt with the fringes, right? In the spirit, brother, that would be your Assyrian and your Babylonian and your Mesopotamian bullshit. That's some heathen oppressor who is over us. That's their style. That's not our style. Our style is how Gadites wear their fringes. Pull up some Passover pictures out. Let me see the proper ones. So the brother could see the proper ones. Let somebody else look up for you. Yeah, hit Facebook for that one and type in ISUPK Passover. Right? hit Facebook, type in ISUPK Passover, and there's a whole Passover page with items. All right. While the brother pulling up that, that's old school. That's General Shawarma right there. Hold on. That's General Shawarma right there with a hardcore purple and gold. That's if you want to wear a garment. That's how you wear that shit. Y'all see that shit get out of hand, brother. Y'all don't know that's young General Shawarma right there. I don't know who the other two is. They done gone and left the truth. But that's him right there. Give me some more. Where you get that one? Hold on. Skip that one. Go to ISUPK Passover. I think that's his own page. ISUPK Passover. You don't go to hit the search again. Right there. That's the page right up there. Right there. Right. Go to photos. Go up. Slow down. Slow down. Photos right there. Come on. Yeah, hit that one. That's Command and General Hannah. You see the border of blue on the bottom, on the lower part of the garment, and the fringes, right? The brothers in the back had the fringes on their garment. Let me close that one on. Let me get another one. Go ahead. Scroll down to that one right there. That's Godiah one. Next thing, right there. See the fringes on the garment, on the sleeve right there? And that would be running down all where the garment would be joined. And that's the border of blue and the leather. And he had a chain mail helmet right there and the headpiece, and just outstanding as could be. Go ahead. Go ahead. Give me another one. Go ahead, Shapat.
Slocky, man. Wait, that one Commander Johanna was wearing?
Come on, go back to Commander Johanna.
That was from Head Priest Ariah.
That's Head Priest Ariah to water. That's Head Priest Ariah's garment he has over, because the ephod underneath that center leather piece, that's Captain Nanthak work right there. Captain Nanthak bad with this leather. That's the armbands I wear. He do a lot of the leather work for the generals. He designs the general's garment, just like it's saying in Exodus, that the head priest would wear a what's the word they use? A peculiar and something garment. It says to make people look on it, and it would be designed by the best artificers in the nation. If you look under it, he has the big red fringes. That's his garment. But he was honoring Head Priest Ariah here, and he put on that garment over it. All right. Let me get some other ones. Scroll down. Hold on, I'll tell you. Scroll down. Scroll down. Don't click on none yet. Scroll down. Hold on. Go up a little bit. Go to the right. That same row all the way to the right. Yep. Let me get that. All right. You see the brother right there with the long garment? He had the border of blue on the edge and the fringe coming over. That's the long garment. And this brother here, I'm having a jumper or a Farmer Brown. He had the fringes on the side where it joined. That's how you would wear fringes. Now, that looks a little bit too radical for some Christian. For somebody who want to cut Thanksgiving cake and bring Gentiles into the truth and throw away and have the woman go up in the ass, that looks a little bit too radical. It looks too rough. Go ahead. Mafia, whatever you send me, send it to Bukwash. Or send it to the oh yeah, there's a good picture. Send that to Bukwash. Oh, you say he sent it to you already. Scroll down, hold on. Scroll down, let me see some more. If there's some more jackets, scroll down on. Scroll, go over there where Tazariak is. Right? There it is again. Both of them. Fringes, border blue on the pants, along the underside of the gi, the karate gi. That's one of our traditional wears as well. Let's get some more. Scroll down. Looking for somebody in a jacket. Ain't nobody else have no jackets? Where? Let me see that one. Right there to your left. Right? This brother, I think this is a jacket. He had the fringe over here. That would be more of the style, more so. All right. Let me get another one. Let me look for another one more. And there ain't no more with the jackets are. Might be it. Now that's Black Party you're looking at there. Go on some more. Keep going, keep going. It might go into the ones from before. Go up some more. Go up a little bit. I can't see on the side though. Going down. I want to see the side ones. Going down. Stop. Go up a little bit. Go up some more. No. Come down. I'll take that one right there with Shalaman, the other brother, just for time's sake. Right? This here also, same thing. All right, same thing. The fringes on the borders where something is joining. He have it at his design on his pants, same way. Like that's how we would wear our fringes. That's lawful. That's our culture, our design. The other way is because they are employed by the oppressor and they wear his uniform. They wear what he wants to wear. You could switch it, Bukwash. Go to the StreamYard and switch it to the other one. The other one you had up before. Yeah, that's it. That one. Share that one instead. That style there is the style of the oppressor. I think Mafia sent you a page with them fakers. Like, go ahead.
I got friends I couldn't find him.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Fringes in the non-event Bible dictionary.
Mm-hmm.
The tassel or twisted cord into the.
That's not it. This one says fringes. I have it right here. Hem of a garment. It says fringes, right? They have a tassel here too, but that's not what it is. Fringes on the borders of the Jewish outer garment. All right. And that's what we just showed you. Hold on. Right? Kazak sent a picture of his garment too. You know what? Shit, I should have pulled Kazak garments. Silaki, Kazak. I talking about the fancy design. I didn't even pull your garments. Kazak sent 2 garments in the chat. You could pull those up as well. All right, because he has them there. But show the fake Israelites one first. All right. Right. The hem of the garment is the fringes. You're all familiar with the precept when Christ said, I felt who touched me. When he said, who touched me, I felt power leave from me. Anybody familiar with that? All right, just for time's sake, somebody find where it is so the brothers and sisters could look it up. All right, it's done before. Christ was walking through a multitude and he stopped and he said, who touched me? And his disciples was like, nobody touched you, sir. Salaki, nobody touched you. He said, no, somebody touched me. I felt power leave. And then they stopped and looked around. And it was this sister who was plagued with an issue of blood damn near all her life, meaning she had a menstrual cycle that would never stop. Just bleed, bleed, bleed. And she heard about Christ. Never met him, never saw him. She realized who he was. And the Bible says she fought through the crowd and tried to touch him, but couldn't reach him. So she grabbed the hem of his garment. And the hem, when in today's society, you think the hem is the fold. Biblically, the hem is the fringes. She just touched the fringes and she was healed because she believed. You see, that's them with the zits right there with the little, curly fries underneath their t-shirt. That's them. And they wear that because they are products of the Jewish man. They are products of, what they call them, the Rosicrucians. I think that's what they're called. Because they approached the school back, 30 years ago down there. Mm-hmm. They approached the school to try to pay Commander John Yohanan to start to teach their doctrine. And he rejected that shit. And shortly, you saw the candy canes rise, then the purple faggots rise. Now you got the butt pluggers, the plumbers, the rectal plumbers. Now they rising. It's because they wear that uniform because that's who's paying them. And that's why they're coming with this doctrine. Everybody could be saved, and who was a Gentile and who was not Gentile and whatever. Right? You pull it up here now. Let me get some more. Show that one.
Also, right, too, sir.
Go ahead.
It's like, so I mean to cut you off, sir. The scripture you was referencing is Matthew chapter 9, verses 18 through 21.
Matthew 9 and 18 through 21. You could pull it up. You could read about where that woman got healed just from touching him because she believed. which is why I said if I told Shapat go walk around the block and check the cars, he would do it and he would be just for doing it because he believes. You get the point? The woman, she had no other, there's no proof of nothing. She heard stories about him. She saw him. She said he could heal me, and she believed. And she went and did, and she got healed because of it. Go ahead. What do you mind?
And also, on the same note, where that centurion asked Christ to heal his child, and he was like, "Nah, all you gotta do is say it. You don't even have to come. I know you want."
Exactly, because he understood something and he believed it. You get the point? He believed this whole thing. All right. You see Kazak there wearing the fringes. He got the border of blue. It's around the cuff of the shoulder. You see it? Around the cuff of the shoulder, under the sleeve of the arm, along the side of the pants. Same thing with the brother he's standing next to. Right? He's has the fringes right there. That's a light cord border of blue. Give me the other picture he sent. I think you just scroll to the left or the right. It'll pull up.
Slack, sir. It's
Yeah,
also in talking about Christ. It's also in the book of Luke 8:45 through 47.
Go ahead, read it.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 8, verse 45. And Jesus said, "Who touched me?" When all denied, Peter and they that were with him said, "Master, the multitude throng thee and press thee, and sayest, Thou who touched me? And Jesus said, Somebody have touched me, for I perceive that virtue is gone out of me.
Right? He could feel power leaving him. Brother, that's a level to be on. That's why we pray for power. The Hakat prayer, that prayer to cast demons out and to heal the sick, that's a serious thing. Like somebody get the power up in here, brother, the whole medical institution is going to fall on its face. It's going to fall on its face. That heathen who shot the head of the Medicaid, brother, we ain't got to go shoot nobody up. We just had to obey the Lord and wait on spiritual power. That heathen who shot them National Guards, I'm gonna come to you, Shapat. The heathen who shot them National Guards, why did they say he did it? What's the report? They say he did it. They say he was an ex-special forces, worked with the CIA. He was unemployed. He had mental, he was going through mental depression because he couldn't see, he wasn't living right in America. And he decided to come and shoot two guards in the head. Guess who else is unemployed? Guess who else going through depression? Guess who else done served the country and ain't living right? And none of us doing that shit. We driving Uber, doing Amazon, doing Instacart, shit, gambling, going down to the social office, getting some snap. Why the fuck he do that shit? He couldn't go down there and get some snap? We are better than the heathens are. We suffer better than them. We could go through more than them in a dignified way. In a dignified way. You see how he was dressed? Like a bomber. A nigga be dead broke and still don't look that, that dusty, brother. We are way better than the heathens are. You think the Mexicans got jobs? Employment? They're hustling. They're at the Home Depot. That's where they're catching them. They're trying to get day labor work. You mean this Afghan could not go and try to put some drywall up? He could not go try to, carry some PVC in somewhere to get a day job. You know how much brothers and sisters doing this shit? But he's angry. So he drive how much ever miles with 4 bullets or how much ever they say he had. The whole story is ridiculous in my opinion. But you get the point. They saying he was going through all this turmoil. That's why he did it. The other Afghan who shot the cops down there in Fairfax in the car where he was swerving and the cop talked to him for about 30 minutes. And he's like, man, F you, I'll have a gun. Go back in your car, blah, blah, blah. Should I work with the Taliban? Nigga, go drive Uber. Go do DoorDash. Go do something. Them young boys is shoveling snow and raking leaves and knocking on your door asking to mow the lawn. You couldn't go do that shit? You angry, so you ain't getting no money and you decide to go kill somebody. We are better than the heathens. You understand? We are absolutely better than them. So you see Kazak up there with the fringes. You'll see up on his sleeve here, he got the border of blue. He got the fringes coming down. He got the fringes on the damn headpiece. God damn. It's like it's 3 months to Passover. I need a garment. I'm just trying to tell you, he got the fringes on the damn war scarf. His fringes everywhere, and it don't look gay. So the brother who asked the question, the point of it is, don't look sissier. Don't look like that thing. And of course, the Jewish man is not paying us. All right, so we're free to wear how it's supposed to be. Shabbat.
It's a lot too, sir.
Go ahead. Go 1 second. Go ahead, Kazak.
Kawakan, I remember when Captain Tazariak took a trip to Israel a couple of years back, and he got off the plane, and he had his fringes how we wear them in the UPK, and the people in the I guess the what you would call it, not immigration, customs or whatever, they stopped him. Immigration. They stopped him and said, they was asking him like, what's up with all that? You know, his fringes was, you know, how we wear them, and they were saying like it was offensive. They were the Jewish man in Israel said that Captain Tazariak's fringes were offensive, that they were too long, it was too extreme, like it the look of it was offensive.
Listen, I listen, y'all gonna say my mind in the gutter, but the fringes was too long and it was too thick. It was just too long and too thick, and that's what offended the white man. You know, Israelites see it and like, God damn, shit. We try to make the fringes as long as could be. We want when we move, when we do this. The white man doing that thing, you know, dramatic. He wants some little skinny thing that nobody could see because you understand? It's offensive. Go ahead.
He brought something out on that on TikTok.
Come on, bring it out. I didn't know. Go ahead. No, yeah, he did. That's the thing Jeremiah was talking about with the statues, with the micro penis and shit on the statues.
Right? Khan, yeah, Khan. So that's what the hell I'm going with the shit out. Listen, Obadiah said the Esau is small among the nations. It says that. It says he is small among the nations, brother. That's right.
You understand? So that our fringes, it's like how you see them, they're meant to be like that. And if it offends someone, you're doing it the right way. You're doing it the right way. If that afro offend them, you're doing it the right way. If that shield offend them, you're doing it good. If them fringes offend them, that's right. If they see the fringes and they, hey, shalom, Aki, you ain't doing it right. You ain't doing it right. You ain't doing it right at all. You need them. They need them fringes to be, you know, the right proportion size. Salam. Go ahead.
Salam good. I just want to shout out them two that just spoke on the computer, Officer Kazak and Officer Abawadia. Officer Abawadia make me feel like I was there when Christ said it.
Listen, how I could forget that shit? Arawadia, you can look at my picture before the class over. I got one more thing to go through. Shit, they're taking 2 minutes to do it. Arawadia designed his own garments, brother. And Arawadia looked like he have a horse with no saddle outside. That's painted. Just how God would ride. Right. You get the point? Right. God riding that horse with no saddle. I see they got something that they do. It's like almost like a games day, like a cultural event where they come out with the dresses and they wear. I'm sure if it's the powwow. I think this is something else because they also do exhibition with the horses. It's the powwow? Okay, I didn't know it was the powwow. I thought it was something else, brother. And they on the horse with no saddle, and he not holding no reins, and he on the horse and he does this, and the horse turns left. Then he does this, and the horse turns right. I'm like, well, shit, what kind of witchcraft is this? Then there's another one where they ride like a relay, no saddle. Stop the horse skate on two legs, the back legs drop, and they skate. He jumps off, the horse jumps on the next horse, takes off. No saddle. Like. Why do you look like he had one of them horses outside, brother? You find one of his garments? Yeah, get a picture with Arawadia, brother. Any one of them Passovers, he had the fringes coming out everywhere. They're coming out everywhere, just, you know, fringes everywhere, brother, but not on a t-shirt.
Like that Houston one he had.
That Houston one is in my mind for sure. He had one he wore recently to a camp or up in Delaware. When we went up for Delaware school, he had something he wore. Let me just get this real quick, just because it was on the topic. Oh, Slacky, Shabbat, go ahead.
Like, if I make one last thing, Officer Kazak, we was sharing a room together at the Passover, and he had one of the generals' garments. And it started out one way. He showed me what it looked like. I came back 24 hours later. When I tell you it was fringes everywhere, gleaming with glory. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, I think he recreated Commander Johnny Hanna's garment.
Okay.
Yeah, and it looked outstanding. Like the way we wear fringes is what you want to do, all right? Just while Bakwash is looking at the picture, I wanted to get into the fentanyl or the fentanyl. Before you take me out, Bakwash, you had to play that Maduro. Maduro is my boy. Look for the picture, Arrow, while you first do. All right. Fentanyl, right? You know, Trump is saying he's going into Venezuela. He said he's going to invade on land now because, you know, Maduro say he ain't moving. He told Maduro last week he giving him some time. He could leave the country now. He said he about to shut down the airspace. He should leave now, where him, his family, his loved ones could leave with no problems. Maduro throw a party and start a dance, right? And we'll show it to you just now. Fentanyl deaths in 2023. Officer Kazak looked this. He had looked up these stats for me. All right, Kazak, you want to read it out? You have it right there. Oh, you stepped off. No, sir. I'm gonna read it.
No, I got it right here, sir.
Go ahead. Come on with it.
Kawakan, sir. This is for the year 2023. Kawakan, sir. The fentanyl deaths overall was 79,358, and those were just the reported deaths.
The reported deaths of fentanyl was 80,000 people, right, for 2023. That's what they got reported, all right? Now, you all know fentanyl is not, it ain't weed. It ain't a quarter zip bag. It's not something accessible to us, really. Maybe now because we mixed in with their society, but this is like this is a real old hippie white drug, right? Go ahead.
Kawakan, sir. This is broken down by race. For white people, 48,000 of those 80,000 are white people. The deaths.
48,000, over half are white. Go ahead.
Kawakan, 16,000 are black, 11,000 are Hispanic, 1,100 are Native American, and 700 are Asian.
So the 12 tribes of Israel make up half of the deaths of white deaths of fentanyl. This war on drugs that Trump is claiming is not because fentanyl is killing. When he says it's killing Americans, he's talking about this 48,000. He doesn't really care about blacks, Latinos, or Native Indians because it only became a problem when their people were dying, much like everything else. You get the point? This has nothing to do with drugs because really, if you wanted to stop drugs, part of stopping the supply is what? Also what? Stopping demand. If you want to stop something from happening, you have to also curb the demand for it. He's not concerned with curbing the demand, right? Is there new laws for anybody distributing fentanyl in the country? Anybody knows? You heard about new laws? Go ahead, Kazak.
Sir, I've heard them try to increase the new laws for the people that sell it, but not for the users.
Not for the users. Meaning, if you really wanted to stop this thing, you would burn the candles on the both ends. You would cut the supply off and you would cut the demand off.
Right.
You would start now punishing anybody in possession. And just like any possession law, over a certain amount, we know this is intent to distribute. You get the point? Under a certain amount, this is recreation, but you're getting charged even more because it's this fentanyl. He's not doing none of that. He's down there for the oil. That's all it is. He doesn't really care about, the use. He even said it. If somebody uses a little fentanyl because they want to have a little fun, does that mean they need to die? That's what he said this week in his cabinet meeting. A little fun. What the fuck is we talking about? America has a social and moral dilemma going on right now where they're trying to make you have lustful, sinful enjoyment in a good way, in a controlled way. And there's just no way to do that. There's no way to get high safely. There's no way to molest a little boy or a little girl and it has no repercussions. There's no way to steal and just not hurt anybody. It's either you do it or you don't. And if you do it, there's repercussions for it. Trump right now is, he's being put in a very bad position because right now it's like he has to do something to Venezuela because he's getting pressure locally for it now, right? They're coming out now and asking, where's the proof for all these bodies you drop? How do you know where they are? Britain is giving him some hell. Even in his own cabinet, they're asking certain things. He's in a position now where he kind of has to do something, even if he was bluffing. Maybe this whole thing was a bluff to thinking Maduro would just give it up for the oil. It doesn't look that way. It looks very much like something is about to happen. And as this thing is about to happen, just in short, just because of the time, I can't go all the way into it. You should not worry, over worry, because these things must come to pass. You understand? These things must come to pass. Give me this to close out. Give me sufficient. Give me sufficient is the evil. Hold on. Give me Matthew 6:34. Right? As these things happen, I know ISIS cracking down, and you should pray that the Lord brings his judgment down on all these damn local terrorists, because that's what they are. They're terrorizing people. Right? You should pray the Lord protects our brothers and sisters and gives them strength and turns them to the ISUPK so they don't have to go through none of this mess. All right. But as you doing that, you should not lose your mind. You should not lose your mind. You should now be more focused that these is prophecies coming to pass. These things have to happen. War must be in the earth. The horsemen are already loose. All right. Because without this knowledge of this truth, you could go insane looking at everything that happened. It could start to seem very hopeless for you. Give me Matthew 6:34, and then we're done right there, all right? And you could show our Rawadi, and then give me that Trump, boy. Not Trump, Maduro. Go
Matthew
ahead.
chapter 6, verse 34. Take therefore no thought for the morrow. For the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof.
Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. Don't take no thought for tomorrow, man. Don't worry about none of that. Don't worry about, what is as much as going on in terms of, don't worry about it till let it sicken you with fear and anxiety. Because the world right now is sickened with fear and anxiety. Yeah. I'm telling them National Guards, they're probably doing patrols in groups of 10. Because I saw one run around the corner on that tape. I'm like, me and you can't serve no more. Something I saw him run around the corner and then he pretend to reload. I don't know. I need to see more. But that didn't look too strong to me. That didn't look too strong to me. Go ahead. Come on, Bukwash.
If I could. So they just got 100. Okay. So
go ahead, Arwad.
Okay. They just got 130 more National Guardsmen, and DC police who do overtime is going to be pairing up with them.
Brother, pairing up to do what? Run around the corner? Run around the corner. When is a black or Hispanic man, you all have all the courage. This one nigga, and you all running around the corner. I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe I need to see more. Go ahead, Bukwash. What are you going to say?
Concert. And what's heavy about what you're saying is he ran around the corner and the dude had when he came around the corner, he had like a pea shooter.
He had like a 38 or some shit. I don't know. But brother, this shit ain't look too right to me. It ain't look too right to me that somebody would hear the shot and run around the corner and not draw and lock in. You paid to do that thing. Anyway, don't let this thing drive you into anxiety and stress. Don't let life drive you into anxiety and stress. Call for counsel. Get some counsel. Follow it through. Be honest about your situation. Get things lined up the right way. Don't let this thing now drive you to the point where you operating like one of them. That's not what the Lord wants for you. The Lord wants this place to fall as you rise. All right. With that, pass the class over the priest and officer. Shapat there. Show me Arawadi. You see Arawadi up there? That's not a good picture. Give me the other one with him up. Give me the other one with him up on the screen now. Like there's a good one with him in all them fringes in good split. Oh yeah, that's it. I think that's the one. That's it. Oh, I don't know why it's not coming up. But y'all get the point. Yep. That's one of them. There's fringes everywhere. Sleeping on, I should wake you up. You boiling on, I should boil in your head.
ISBK security announcements. We had ISBK out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Honor. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When new brother or sister comes to the school, they off limits. For 6 months, they're to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves of the world. After 6 months of a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother. To speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You'll find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. It means 10th in the Hebrew, and it's pronounced ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, either the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation. Feast of the Dedication, Hanukkah, 25th day of the 9th month by the space of 8 days. Sunday the 15th Sunday the 14th of December 2025 for 8 days. To find us in the book of First Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 52 through 61. Also, we got the Lord's annual 57th Passover in Houston, Texas, April the 4th, Saturday, April the 4th. Also, you want to get there by April the 1st.